Welcome back to E3 All Access Live on Spike. We've got some fancy cars right around the corner when we take a look at Forza 5. But first, Dead Rising was one of the games that defined the original Xbox 360. And now the zombies are back in Dead Rising 3. Please join me as I welcome Josh Bridge to talk about the game. Welcome, man.
Thank you, thank you.
So, big surprise, Dead Rising 3 is coming back. And what was it like to unveil the game today?
It was awesome. It's just been so much work to get to this point. We're so excited. We've been fans of zombies, working on zombies, living and breathing, but we can't tell anyone. It's just huge to finally say so today, that finally Dead Rising 3 is out.
And the game looked great. Obviously, keeping some of the core essence of what Dead Rising is all about. Tell us about the game, technically speaking, and utilizing the power of the Xbox One. Zombies on screen, environments, let's hear it.
Yeah, I mean, we were pushing boundaries even when we were working on Dead Rising 2 way back in the day. When we look forward, we knew we wanted to just go further, right? We wanted that bigger open world. And the thing that I guess we all have ADD now, we just want even more stuff to play with and have more zombies than ever before. And it's just, I can't believe how far we've taken it, and I'm really excited for everyone to get a chance to play.
Yeah, and what we saw in the demonstration was pretty impressive. I mean, it seemed like there's always going to be that thrill of the hunt, you are the hunted. But talk a little bit about the setting and the story as it pertains to maybe the earlier games in the series.
Yeah, I mean, can't talk a bit too much about it, but we're keeping it within the same, story arc. But really, we want to sort of tell a story that was a bit further along in a city that's sort of more post-outbreak.
Right.
And part of that was also to drive this really key gameplay aspect of scavenging, right? That items are of value, different combinations increase those values, and really drive players to now combat zombies as the enemy this time. Big open world, zombies are deadlier, they're more aware, and they're chasing around. So the intensity is a lot higher now too. So we push out a lot more fun action, right, in this big open world. I'm really excited. Yeah,
zombie games, can get serious, but Dead Rising definitely had that unique identity. This game seemed a little bit more serious in tone. Is that an art direction and a style gameplay-wise that you're going for?
Yeah, it was intentional. We kind of found that if you couldn't get the intensity if you upfront with comedy. So what we did this time around was really craft an experience and a look in a world that just feels more engaging. There's more of a threat, and you feel more, and it feels more intense. But comedy is still there, right? It's still up to the player to really evoke that, and that's through creating these crazy combinations.
Yeah.
And it's up to them, but you can play it straight. Just pick up a really cool weapon and just play it and play the game that you want. But if you want to goofball around and sort of mess around, it's in there and it's deep in there. And I think the core fans, that we're all fans of Dead Rising series, will still appreciate that we still have that balance.
So you're basically providing the playground and then letting them see how far they want to go.
I mean, in some cases, it's like a room full of mousetraps. It's like you can't help but, what does this do? And try it out. But yeah, it's really up to the player.
And that's a big component of the game, obviously. We saw it in the demo, being able to find one weapon, stitch it to the other. How many combinations are there? I mean,
hundreds. We have hundreds of weapons that you can create all these combinations with. And it was, we kind of scratched the surface of that. And that creative expression is really important for us, right? Like, play how you want, right? And make sure there's enough variety at the player's disposal. And do it anywhere, right? And it feels a lot more freeform now.
Yeah, we saw the player going in and out of different types of environments, different set pieces, also different, locations. What type of work has gone into making sure that remains interesting, seeing buildings and knowing that you could enter them and never know what you'll find?
Well, part of the effort is we custom build everything, right? Like all these stores you can go into, or houses, and climbing and going in basements and whatnot. So we've created this bigger world, but it's really packed with density still, and that's something we want to hold on to. That was a landmark for the game series, right? That there's all this stuff to keep you busy constantly, and it feels like the most awesome sandbox to be in.
Is there an online component at all with this game? Is it single player? Okay.
Yeah.
What are you saying about online?
We have co-op.
Okay.
Absolutely, you can play with a buddy. We're not going to be talking too much about that at this point, but absolutely, it's something we know we want to share experiences with players online.
So you and I can get together, duct tape, sledgehammers, and chainsaws.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And in terms of the co-op play, is it throughout the main experience, or is it something? It is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. That was important to us.
Quickly, who is the main character that we saw in today's demo?
That was Nick Ramos.
Nick Ramos.
Yes, that's our new character. It's something that we've always done with Dead Rising. It's always about another everyday Joe, an everyday guy, right? So we've now tapped into Nick Ramos, and I think when folks start getting more on the story, well, I think you'll get that this caters to fresh players as well as core gamers.
Okay, he's not a photographer. What is he?
He's a mechanic.
He's a mechanic.
Yeah, absolutely.
As evident at the beginning with the wrench. So maybe he's got a few tricks up his sleeves.
Good with his hands.
Okay.
Good with his hands.
Well, we appreciate your time. We're really looking forward to checking out